Okay. Yee, hello. Haven't done a live in a while. Figured I'd pop on here because whenever there's something in my life that I feel could be used to show you or teach or use as a teaching lesson, then boom, then I do that. And I'm having a hair day, so I just threw it up. Hey, Paula. All right, so I'm talking about the female narcissist in your life. I usually talk about the male. I'm usually talking about the ex-husband. Thanks, Mia. I love you. Usually talking about, yeah, the men, right? And then I'll dabble in like the narcissistic mother, or I will talk to men about the narcissistic ex-wife. And so I had something happen to me today, well, in the past couple of days, that I wanted to share with you. And it's my own experience. Obviously, if I married somebody who's narcissistic, then it's in the family. It's in the family. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. So, so for me, the female narcissist in my life is my sister. And so I wanted to go through that with you so that you know the truth, right? Because here's the thing. For many, many years, I didn't know that she was what she is, right? Again, just like with my ex, I thought, I mean, unknowingly, I had these excuses of who she was, right? I thought she was just, a bitch, or she was just that way, or she was just, all these excuses, right? She's the middle child. She blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, no, she's a narcissist, a sociopath narcissist. Okay, so here's a little backstory. She is the middle child, and there is, right? We don't know until we know. And that's what I love to share, is like the truth. Like, let's just call it what it is. Because when we're blind or in the dark, we don't know, then we do make these excuses for these people's behavior. And unless we know, like, no, it's more than that. Thank you, Mary. It's more than, it's toxic behavior. And let's just call it what it is so that we do not expose ourselves to these toxic people, and then we run the risk of, right, our sanity, our mental health, our emotional health, our physical health. Like, it does affect all of these things with us. So so who do you know in your life? Okay, Gail says someone recognizes a woman can be a narcissist too. Yes. She tries to make you feel bad. All right. So she blames you and treats you like bad. So unfortunately, from me, my sister is very like claws in, right? I have no contact with her. I have zero contact with her. But I get the pleasure of her popping up every once in a while. And so for the past about a year and a half, it's been 3 incidences. And I'm going to go through those with you so you can see those. I have her blocked on my phone. I have her blocked on social media, but she was still able to get in touch with me via email. No longer, but she was. So the first one was when, and I believe I did a Facebook Live about it, when my dad was getting married in 2018, his wife now sent an email and asked if it would be okay if all of us would walk down the aisle together. They were having a very Catholic ceremony, and it was just, because she knows that the sisters don't talk. And so I replied to the email. So it was like a group email. I replied to all in the email, and I said, yeah, I have no problem walking down the aisle with my sisters. And I don't. Like, I've done the work on myself. I've done the healing. I don't have any animosity. I don't have any anger. I don't have any of that. So I'm fine with walking down the aisle with my sisters. Well, that one line opened up a huge can of worms. And I got the nastiest emails you could imagine from both of my sisters individually. They they sent me these emails, which in the past I would describe them as rip me to shreds. Very vile, very hurtful, hateful. It will be in the next book, because I want to show women what even online abuse looks like, what abuse from your relatives from a distance looks like. This is abuse. So the next time was, I just so happened to look on my Amazon reviews. I don't know what made me go to it, but my dear sister decided to leave a nasty review on my Amazon about my book. Again, I copied and pasted it, and it will be in my next book. And so I was like, so random. So these are random things, right? Random emails, random, like I don't bother her. I don't email. I don't have no contact. I'm happy in my life in North Carolina. I don't ask them for anything. I don't try to get in touch with them. Any of that. So that was the next one. It was the Amazon review that she left, which was, again, very nasty, calling me a liar. That I think the line was, I wonder how easy it is to say you're an international best-selling author. Yeah, I lied about that, and I put that on a book. And so now here's what happened this most recent time. So my stepmom had put a copy of our wedding invitation on Facebook, and she was, you know, saying how excited she was that they were coming here to North Carolina for the wedding. It was another wedding, and she was just expressing how excited she was to go to a wedding, right? A beach wedding. And I believe that's what set her off. So what happened was my sister asked my dad for my email address. My dad, bless him, unknowingly gave it to her. He texted me, and I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, she knows my email because she sent me a nasty one, but I didn't say that. He's my dad. I love him, and I don't want to hurt him. And so a few days later, which was yesterday, I get, I am truly evil email. So in the email, the subject line is truly evil. I'm truly evil. And she gives snapshots of some Facebook posts from 2011. Yes, 2011, nearly 10 years ago. And so that was pretty much the email, that I'm evil. So I woke up in the morning yesterday, and I was laying in bed and I looked through my emails, and I see this, and I got pissed. And so I forwarded the email to my dad, and I said, this is why she asked for my email. And then I felt bad, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean to do that. I really did feel bad. In the meantime, my dad was hurt, not by my actions, but by her actions, because she took advantage of him and all of that. So these are some examples of the behaviors that they exhibit. They're very claws in, knife. I describe it as like, stick the knife in your back, look you straight in the eye, and twist it. Like, that's the kind of behavior that they exhibit. And so we could be talking about your aunt, your sister, your mom, your ex-wife. We could be talking about your friend. I've had women who've had friends like this. We could be talking about your boss, your coworker, any female woman in your life who is just this angry and this nasty. So I want to give you some examples, some steps for you to use. So step one is educate yourself. Educate yourself on these toxic behaviors. Know the difference between I'm just mad and I'm lashing out to I'm a toxic person and I'm lashing out at you because I'm toxic, and this is a continued behavior. So educate yourself. Know that she's more than a bitch. Okay, that was my excuse. Oh, she's just a bitch. Oh, she's a middle child. Oh, da, da, da. No, it's more than that. Okay, they're toxic. They blame. They manipulate. They hold grudges, right? They even fake sick to get attention. They do the silent treatment. They'll do anything to get the attention on them. They lash out at you. They call you vile names. They start trouble. This is another one. They stir the pot in the family. They like to start trouble in the family. They like to make up lies or exaggerate what's happened. And they like separation in the family too. So they like the triangulation. So they will talk crap about you to someone else so that you and that person separate. They like to start trouble, pitting one person against the other. A lot of jealousy, anger, and rage. That is like the biggest red flag and main thing that I could share with you of their toxic behavior is the jealousy, rage, and anger towards you, or if you see this towards somebody else. I was reading like some images. I like images. I was reading some images on Google, and that is one of the biggest things. Okay, so step 2, and I'm huge for this, and I'm always sharing this with my clients, and I'm always sharing this just in general. Step 2 is know your truth. Know what you're dealing with, okay? Again, she's more than just a bitch. She's toxic. Know the truth for yourself, what you're dealing with. Maybe you love this person, but you still need to know the truth for your own sanity, for your own emotional health, okay? You've got to come to grips with the truth of who they are for your sanity, for who you are, and your emotional health, and again, physical health. These toxic relationships can easily, and they do, turn into a physical illness, a dis-ease in the body. They do. Okay, I'm talking autoimmune diseases, cancers, all kinds of stuff, right? Chronic pain, stomach issues, anxiety, depression. When your body is in constant fight or flight, yeah, that will bring on some anxiety and depression for you. So know your truth so that you could get to step 3, and that's what I'm going to share with you now, right? All of these lead you to the 3 steps. Step 3, cut all ties with them. Cut all ties with them. This is not healthy for you. I understand that we may be talking about your mom. We may be talking about somebody you love. We may be talking about somebody that you thought you were close to. At one point, I was close with my sisters and my mom. But guess what? For my own sanity and my own emotional and mental and physical health, I don't have any ties with them. I can't. I have to protect myself in these relationships so I don't get sick or go crazy. Because you can go crazy too. Cut all ties with them. Block them. Block them in all of the ways that they can get in touch with you. My mistake, I didn't block them last year or 2018 when the whole the wedding thing went down. I didn't block them from my email. I didn't respond to them, but I also didn't block them. If I would have blocked them, I would have never saw this. Well, I would have known about the email because she asked my dad texted me, but still, I wouldn't have seen this email. So block them from your phone, block them from social media, block them from your email. And here's the other thing, after you block them from all of these ways of getting in contact with you, tell your other relatives that please refrain from talking about this person to me, and do not give my information to this person. They may not understand, right? Like, especially elderly people, they may not, and parents always want their kids to, be together and this and that. I understand that. And so in the most gentle way that you possibly can, if we're talking about you're saying this to your mom or your dad about a sibling, in the most gentle way, you have to explain to them, it's just not good for me. Their behavior is just not good for me. And I totally believe in like putting in little white lies. If you have to say to protect their feelings from, if you want to protect your mom or dad's feelings, if this is who we're talking about, you can say, maybe later on down the line, things will change and maybe I'll be able to have a relationship with this person. So little white lies like that to protect the other person's feelings. I mean, who's it harming really? Whatever you have to do to protect yourself from these toxic people, that's what you want to do. That's what you have to do, because I've seen it way too many times where these relationships go on and on for years and years and years, and all of this is going on, and there's a dis-ease created inside of the body because of the thoughts, the revolving thoughts and the questioning yourself, doubting yourself, and just years and years of being in fight or flight mode leads to a dis-ease in the body. People think, oh, I'm not eating right, or oh, no, there is a direct link between the relationships that you have and the dis-ease that's been manifested inside of your body. This is not my, thank you for love, ladies. This is not my, I didn't come up with this. This is factual. This is science. This is factual. So there's your 3 steps. Step 1, educate yourself. Okay, educate yourself that what these signs are of this person. Number 2 is know your truth. You have to face the facts for yourself. And number 3, cut all ties with these toxic people. You have to, for your own mental, emotionally, physically, your sanity, all of it. You have to do this for yourself. So those are your 3 steps. Those are your 3 ways, 3 tips that I wanted to give to you today. And if you're dealing with this type of a relationship and you want to heal from this relationship, that is my specialty. This is what I do for women. Yeah, Christy. Well, there you go. There's your answer. Then you know the truth then, right? Christy says, what about the women who think everyone else is a narcissist, but it's really them? As long as you know the truth, that's what counts, right? Yeah, they do always think that everybody else is the problem and they're not the problem, right? It's everybody else's fault. That's one of the red flags, is blaming everybody else, and it's not them, okay? Everybody else is crazy. I'm not crazy. So if this is you and you're dealing with these types of relationships and you're ready to heal from these relationships because you don't want to attract these types of relationships anymore, then please PM me, get in touch with me. This is my specialty. This is what I do. At the very, very least, come to my Facebook group called Life After Narcissism. In that group, I share lots of tips, tools, and inspiration for you to, again, get educated around these types of people and what you need to do next. So it's called Life After Narcissism. It is my Facebook group. I got about 500 men and women in there, and I love to give value and give to you and show you like what you need to know to get to the next step, whatever that is. All right, my loves. Mwah. Have a great day. I'll see you later.